The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Friday, baby. It is Friday. It is Friday. It is Friday. And we are ready to rock and roll on this Friday. We're ready to get things done. We're ready to look at this market. We're ready to make sure that we're ready for the weekend. And we set everything straight for the weekend. And make sure that everybody got their feet on the ground. They know what's coming at them. They know what we're doing. They know what they're doing over the weekend. And they know what the market's about to do. So that's what we're about to do on this Friday morning, early morning. But on every Friday, just like every Friday, guys, I remind you guys, it's never about how the market opens on Friday. It's always about how it closes on Friday, because how that market closes will usually dictates how cryptocurrency runs for the weekend. So, that's how you got to pay attention to the market all week long, baby. And then Friday afternoon. So, that's what we're about to do today. So on this lovely Friday, Mr. P, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on, my brother? Grab that coffee. I got my coffee right here, brother. Sit back, buckle your seatbelts. Let's get on into it this morning. What is going on? Good morning, Doc. Good morning, Doc. How are you? Hope everybody is doing well. Doc, hope you're doing well too on this Friday. Not sure if you got to go into the work today or not, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you about that yesterday. We were talking about some other stuff, but definitely up and at it this early Friday morning, baby. Early bird gets the worm, as we say. Me and my boy Timsky says, early bird gets the worm. If you're up early, you're in these markets early, you know what's going on early. You can make some decisions and not get caught out there, man. You chilling today, Doc? Doc taking a long weekend, baby. All right. But, I don't know. These markets, they don't look that great today, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. The Asian market, it closed pretty rough, to say the least. Pretty rough. We'll get into some reasons why some of the stuff is going on. The European markets, they opened up. They don't look that great. They're all in red too. This thing is not good. 4 days, baby. Hell yeah, man. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna get into some Jasmine stuff today too. They got some stuff going on. But yeah, these are European markets don't look good. And our pre-markets don't look that good either. I've been watching this Dow. It's close to flipping green. It flips green, flips red, flips green, flips red, back and forth all morning long. That just kind of lets you know that it's probably going to stay red for a little while. This S&P and NASDAQ hasn't moved from red all morning long. This market just does not look good. There's a couple reasons why. This is one of a reason why right here, guys. So the banks, and if you know anything about history, we've heard this story before. We've seen this song and dance before. This isn't new. The banks earnings started to come in, and they're not that good. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, coming in, they got some concerns about the high rates and also bad loans. And that's the key right there in that sentence, guys. Bad loans. We've heard this story before from the banks giving out these bad loans. And it looks like they may find themselves in a situation again where they've given out some bad loans. And, ultimately, here we are. We're going to pay the price for that. Also this war in Israel is taking a big hit on this economy. And these are things, we ain't going to get political on here because that's not what we do. But you got to be aware that this war is going to take an effect on this economy right now, especially the cryptocurrency economy, because that's worldwide and they're moving things worldwide. So it's definitely going to take an effect on that. There's my boy Timsky. I just talking about you, brother. Me and you always talking about the early bird gets the worm, baby. And we up and at it early. So these markets, guys, they are really rough today and they do not look good. The bank's earnings are coming in and they're saying that now they're giving out that they gave out bad loans. This is not good. There's my boy, Big Watch Dude. Big Watch Dude, what is up, my brother? What is up, my brother? How are you? But yeah, we've heard this story before from the banks. These interest rates are bad. I don't want to say they're bad, but they're up there, and they're going to probably go up again. But this whole sentence right here, and when you read the article, they start talking about these loans that they were giving out that aren't good loans, they're bad loans. And, banks, whenever banks start talking about bad loans, that they're in financial trouble. Coinbase sitting at looks like $75.19. It's going to open at, so down from where it was. You see this Dow, I keep telling you, the Dow keeps flipping from green to red, from green to red. That means it's teetering on the edge. And that's not good. The markets just do not look good today. Will crypto get, let me fix my chat here. Let me fix my chat here before you guys start going in. Will crypto get X murdered today? I think so, Timsky. I think crypto's gonna get hit pretty good today. I'm good, bro. Yeah, TGIF, brother, that we just talking about it. What's up, Seiko? Wake up, baby. It's early for you out there on the West Coast, man. How are you? I smell Black Swan. I think that we're in trouble. We're in trouble right now. We'll go through some of these financials as we get to some of this other news that we got going on. It's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good. I think crypto is going to be down today. I think it's going to be definitely a buyer's market today. I don't see a run on crypto right now. I don't see a run in the stock market either. Especially when you start flipping around about how the Asian markets closed. They're completely in red. How the European markets opened. They're halfway through trading right now and they're blood red. And then when you look at our markets, they're all red as well. Like I said, the only hope you got is in the Dow, but I don't see it holding. It flips. It's teetering so much on this green red. It's just not good. Good morning, Elmo, my man, 50 grand right there. But when you start looking at these banks and they start to report their earnings and they start talking about interest rate hikes affecting their business and the fact that they gave out bad loans, and this is coming from the top banks, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, people like that, they're in trouble. This is a sign of trouble right here. So I have an opinion on this, and we'll get to it when we talk about the inflation. But I have an opinion on where this market's going to go, and what's going to happen here. here in the future. Because the market's always forward looking, so it never looks backwards. It always looks forward. So I think we're in some trouble. The cryptocurrency market sitting at a $1.05 trillion market cap, guys. That's $3 billion down from when we talked on Wednesday. Definitely on a downward trend here in the last couple of days. So definitely not looking good. Bitcoin sitting at 26,000, right around 26,000. It's getting ready to refresh right now. 26,780 something dollars. It's up just 0.17% on the hour and up about 1.0% on the day. Ethereum's up on the hour too, sitting at $1,545, but it's down on the day. We've got BNB getting kind of crushed right now. It's down, definitely down. Definitely got some FTX and BNB news. That story got real interesting. It's down to 205. I mean, it's at 205 right now. XRP taking a big hit. It dropped out of the 50-cent range down to 48 cents right now. So it was lower, starting to recover on the 24-hour a little bit, but they're sitting at 48 cents. They took a nice hit. They took a nice hit over the last couple of days. Let's see, what else do we got going on here in this beautiful market. We got Matic sitting at 51 cents. This thing was down to 50 cents at one point. I thought for sure that we're going to go to the 49 cent range. That very well may be the case here over the weekend. Definitely Matic has come down. Definitely Matic has come down. Chainlink sitting at $7.21. Come down a little bit, about 0.3% on the 24-hour, starting to recover a little bit on the hourly, but definitely took a hit from yesterday. A little bit of a hit, not much. Stellar come out of that 11 cent range a couple of days ago. It's been hovering around this low 10-cent range. We'll see. I think it's going to drop to the 9-cent range. That's probably where I'll be a buyer of Stellar at, right around that 9-cent range. Definitely think it's coming down. Just from the way the market is. Keep in mind, guys, this doesn't have a lot to do with the development of the developers of crypto. This is all a market thing. Definitely a market thing. And if your project doesn't have volume in it, you're really going to be in trouble right now, especially in this sort of market. Crow sitting at 5 cents right now, just above 5 cents. It is down 0.2% on the 24-hour though. I can see Crow going to that 4-cent range, 4.9, 4.8, somewhere in there, maybe over the weekend. So definitely see some downward pressure in Crow. Quant, I've said to you guys for a little while, I see a lot of sell pressure on Quant. I think it's going to stay. It's sitting at $86 right now. It's up about 0.2% on the 24-hour, but this thing was sitting at around 115, 120. So there's a lot of sell pressure going on right now in Quant. So definitely sell pressure in this market. I would be very, 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 very careful about what you're investing in right now. You look even at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 39. Last time we talked, this was in neutral. It's moved from neutral to fear. A lot of this has to do with the war that's going on. So I think it's coming. I think we're going to see some downward pressure. XRP coming down to my buy level. It's getting close. Timsky. Definitely getting close, man. Crow is a swing. Crow is a swing dream. It is, Crow's going to come down, man. It is a swing dream this week though, because it's been down to 40, at 4 cents, 4.8 level, low 4.8 level at one point, and then has come back up into that higher 5 and then back down. So definitely a if you're in Crow to swing trade it, you definitely can make some money there. And if you can hit it right and you can long and short it on the options, you definitely can make some money there. And I'll tell you guys, I've been longing and short in this market for a couple weeks now, and I've been making some pretty good money doing it, but it's a risky play, and that's one of the reasons why we don't talk about it here. Dr. Rob, thank you. Thank you so much for the shout out yesterday. Oh man, Timsky, man, we always shout you out, brother. Got you, man. Got you, Timsky. You a day one brother, man. Got you all the time, man. But definitely this market, guys, be careful. So as we look at the bubbles, not much has changed. Here's the 24-hour bubbles. I mean, call it what you want. Call it a bloodbath. Call it red. Call it green. It's a mixture of both. But the one thing we do know is that we're losing market cap like crazy in the crypto market, down to 1.05 trillion. So we're in a little bit of trouble here, just a little bit. So we'll get into some of this news, and then that'll drive our conversation. Coinbase sounds the alarm on the IRS's crypto tax proposal. Coinbase came out and said, to the IRS that your new regulations that you're putting on cryptocurrency is actually against the law, and it violates people's rights, and it violates their privacy, right? So Coinbase has jumped in this fight with the IRS. Raphael, how are you, man? Good morning, man. I hope you are well, man. It's been a little while, man. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, definitely Coinbase has jumped in this fight with the IRS over this new proposed regulation about, basically them guys releasing all of your cryptocurrency trading information to the IRS for tax purposes. They're saying it's a violation of privacy rights, the way that it's written. We'll see. But Coinbase has definitely jumped into this fight with the IRS. Raphael, how's the baby, man? How's the baby, Raphael? How's the family? How's the baby? But Coinbase definitely has jumped in, and this is going to get interesting because I can see some more cryptocurrency exchanges jumping in, and I can see this fight continuing to go on for a little while over these new proposed regulations of basically giving out all of your information to the IRS, right? And that's really what this boils down to is are these exchanges going to be mandated to release all of your information to the IRS for tax purposes? This is what this fight's about. Coinbase, big ups to them, big props to them for taking the lead on this and saying, basically, this stuff is unconstitutional and against the law. We'll see. I can see this thing getting dragged out for a little while, but at least somebody's standing up and fighting, right? And I think that's what we need, right? But here's the real big news, right? The U.S. inflation remains at 3.7%, and if you remember, as the last report, it was at 3.7%. So it basically stayed level. And some people will say that that's a good thing, but when you look at how they're trying to bring the inflation rate down, this inflation rate was supposed to dip to around 3.5.5%. So would you say, Big Wise? I thought the exchanges the exchanges were already required. No, they weren't. technically required to be releasing all of your information that the IRS wants, and what the IRS is asking for is above and beyond what they're already required to do. And Coinbase is coming out and saying, you know what, this is unconstitutional. You know, you're going above and beyond what the actual law says for cryptocurrency. Because remember, this is only what they want released for cryptocurrency. So Coinbase is fighting that, and you know, I can't say enough. I can't say enough about that. IRS strong, taking my money. Yeah, IRS wants all that money, man. They want to tax all of your. They want the exchanges to release all of your information so that they can tax you at 30% on everything you do on the market. You know, 30% is where they want to go, between 30 and 15, depending on how long you've been holding it. So definitely not a good situation. My baby is doing great, sir. Ben, yeah, I bet you have been busy, man. Been busy working and taking care of them babies, man. Man, we're proud of you, Raphael, man. Congratulations, man. And I'm glad the family's doing well, man. It's great to hear. Glad you're doing well, man. Everybody grinding out here, and glad you're doing well too, man. Glad baby's doing well. Glad the family's doing well. But yeah, definitely U.S. inflation, guys. It remains at, you know, this 3.7%, because it remained at 3.7% and didn't go down. This is going to give, you know, basically the FOMC a lot more time to raise interest rates on you. And we just went through that story this morning about how these interest rates are hurting these banks, right? They're hurting these banks. They're giving out bad loans. They're upside down in these loans. So as they continue to raise the interest rates, these banks are going to be in worse and worse situations. And that's not only in the United States. That's all over the world. The European nations their inflation rate is actually way higher than ours. So these has worldwide ramifications. No big watch. They didn't make it a regulation. IRS can ask for they can ask for the information, but they don't have to give it out. And what they do give out is very vague, right? And the IRS wants detailed information about every single trade you make, about every single deposit you make, every single withdrawal you make. They want detailed information about every single trade you make on an exchange, and all of that information being handed over to the IRS, and you being taxed on every single trade you make. You know, that's a bit much. But yeah, this U.S. inflation, guys, this is what's really driving this market down. It's driving a lot of markets down. It's 3.7%. But here's the devil's in the details, right? When you look at the report itself, the job market is hot right now. So it's doing it. The job market's not coming down as fast as it needs to curb this inflation. Unfortunately, that means people lose. That means people lose their jobs, right? Because in order to curb this inflation, they want the employment to come down. They want people to not be making as much. They want the unemployment rate to go up. And right now it's hot. Right now the job market's hot. And this is a lot of what's driving this inflation rate up, right? Because people are spending, right? And there was a report that I read yesterday where people expected their salaries to go up 3% over the next month, but they expected to spend 5%, right? So not only are people spending more, they're making more, spending more, but they're also accumulating more debt, which is never a good situation as we start to accumulate more and more of this debt. So yeah, the inflation rate just continues to go up and up and up, or remain the same. So, the FOMC, they said that we had one more rate increase this year. Whether that's going to be at the November meeting or the December meeting, we'll figure it out. But it looks like another 0.25%. I think the economy right now has enough wiggle room to not go into a recession in this financial calendar year, in this financial cycle, I mean. And but I do think the next cycle, which is not this year, but the next 2 years, we're going to be in trouble. Because as this inflation rate's not curved and we're spending more and printing more money, and then you have all these Social Security and entitlement programs that are out there. We're spending more than what they're bringing in, and if they don't curb that in the next budget cycle, which is a 2-year cycle, then we're gonna be in more trouble than what we're in right now. And the world's going to be in more trouble than what they're in right now. So they need the jobs to come down. Unfortunately, people are going to have to lose their jobs to curb this inflation, and things are going to have to get better. Things are going to have to get better. Things are going to have to change. Can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. The FOMC meetings, they're hell bent on getting this inflation rate down to 2% by any means necessary. That's my Malcolm X. And when I use that, that they're serious. By any means necessary, they are trying to get this thing down to 2%. And if that means that they have to raise interest rates, as high as they have to raise them, then they're going to. And they're talking about a prolonged pause, right? So let's say interest rates go up to 5.8%, and they decide to pause there. They haven't said for how long. They just keep saying a prolonged pause. So it could be for 9 months, could be for 2 years, could be for 3 years. So we could be sitting on these high interest rates for years to come or months to come, whatever their definition of long term is. So definitely going to have an impact on the economy. This definitely isn't good news. This 3.7% definitely isn't good news. And you see right here that the market's reacting to that, right? The European markets are reacting to that. The Asian markets are reacting to that. And it definitely wasn't priced into the United States markets. So you see the reaction to what's going on. So that's kind of where we're at between the war in Israel and this bad inflation report that came out yesterday. That's why I think that we're in for a down market today and probably all weekend long. I don't see this market taking off because of these reports that are out, and the FOMC meets November 1st, I think, to talk about interest rate hikes. I wouldn't be surprised if we get ourselves one of them. So that's my rant about the whole inflation and how we're just not doing a good enough job. And not only here in the United States, but European nations everywhere else. We're just not doing a good enough job to curb this inflation. I've said this a long time ago. I think that we need to take the Band-Aid off and just go ahead and raise interest rates as high as you need to raise them, shock the market, and then recover. So we keep dancing around this thing. It's time to quit doing the two-step and go ahead and give us a twerk and take the Band-Aid right off of this market. We need us one of them. Richard Hart twerks and take the Band-Aid off. So this is where this whole FTX trial, a couple things that have happened, gets a little crazy, right? So FTX, this Caroline Ellison says that she had a to-do list. The FTX had a to-do list to turn in Binance to the regulators and basically have the regulators crush Binance for FTX. This is interesting, right? Because where's Binance now, right? I agree, Daniel. Rates to 12%. Rates 12%. Yeah, I think unfortunately, Doc, you have to shock the market, right? Whether that's 10%, whether that's 12%, whether that's 7%, whatever that shock is, right? You have to shock the markets, bring them all the way down, bring them down. Unfortunately, that means we all lose money, right? Crypto market, stock market, we all lose money, and then start building a recovery. But the more and more we just keep dancing around this thing, the further down the road we're going to kick this can, and the further down the road we're going to kick this bull run too. So, unfortunately, it's just a situation, and we all are speculating, and that's all we're doing is speculating that the bull run's going to come second half of 2024, right? But with reports like this, and if they keep coming out like this, you're not going to get it in the second half of 2024. You're going to kick that can further down the road. So just go ahead and take the Band-Aid off. In the 80s, rates were 18%. Yeah, rates were pretty high in the 80s. Obviously we had that stagflation in the 80s, which I'm hoping that we don't get to right now. It's just stagflation. Stagflation is dangerous, and stagflation will put a lot of people will put a lot of people, financial situations really at a hardship. Hoping we don't get to stagflation, but there's still a possibility that we might. But it's not good. It's not good. People can spin it any way they want, right? You can spin this any way you want and say, oh yeah, we're at least we held the line, right? Well, the projection wasn't for you to hold the line. The projection was for you to go underneath that line. So, you didn't meet the projection. So it just gives the FOMC more runway to raise these rates. But I don't think that they're raising them high enough. FTX Ellison's had a to-do list to crack down on Binance. So basically, FTX was going to did turn in Binance to the financial regulators. To the regulators, Congress, everybody else. They were trying to have the Congress crush Binance. And what's crazy about this is, where does Binance sit right now? Binance sits in court right now, and you would have to assume that a lot of what Binance is doing right now and why they're in court came from this whole FTX situation and Sam and everybody basically turning in Binance, right? And I put out a post yesterday, and I believe this. I believe that CZ had a he knew about this, right? And that's why he did what he did to FTX, and that's why he crushed FTX. And I'm not mad at CZ for doing that. Before, I was a little like, man, why would you do that? Why would you agree to buy? Why would you agree to back out? Then why would you, sell off all the FTT that you owned, knowing that it was going to take down the exchange? Well, in a dog-eat-dog world in business, and that's what business is a dog-eat-dog world. If somebody's trying to take you down, you take them down first. So I'm not mad at what Binance did here to FTX, especially given this information here. You got to wonder whether Binance is even sitting in court, or whether Binance, is even charged with anything, if it's not driven by some of the information that FTX gave them. So, you got to wonder about these things, right? But at least it's starting to come out now. But Sam tried to be dirty, and he got caught in his dirtiness. And it gets interesting, right? Gets interesting. And also Caroline Ellison in here, and Sam Bankman-Fried, they conspired to keep Bitcoin down under 20K. And if you remember, when FTX was rolling during this bear market, Bitcoin was under 20K. So what these guys were doing is, every time it got close to 20K, they were dumping the market, right? So you want to talk about price manipulation and big businesses. This we need institutional money to come into crypto, right? But here's some of the danger when institutional money comes into crypto. When institutional money comes into crypto, price manipulation comes in, right? And this is price manipulation. When you own enough Bitcoin that you can drive the price where you want it, then you're able to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. BlackRock's a prime example of that. BlackRock right now owns enough Bitcoin to manipulate the price. And now they're buying up the miners. So if they buy up the miners, then they also own enough miners to manipulate how much Bitcoin is mined at the same time. Yeah, Big Watch, he did, man. He treated him like a little schoolgirl, man. Like, yeah, like he did. He gave him a lesson. He gave him a lesson. Sam got a lesson from CZ. And sometimes, like I always say, if you want to do gangster things, you better be ready to pay gangster consequences. And Sam wanted to do some gangster things, and I don't think he was ready to pay them consequences. Hot take. Hot take. Interest rates don't matter. Interest rates don't matter because CBDC is right on the cusp. Timsky, yes and no, right? I think interest rates do matter. Interest rates matter for businesses, right? Interest rates matter for what did I do? Interest rates matter for businesses because it did something. Because businesses damn, my whole chat just went blank. My whole chat just went blank, guys. Hold on. StreamYard's acting up on me. All right, there we go. Just came back. So I think interest rates do matter, Timsky. They matter for businesses that need to take loans, businesses that need to expand and develop, people buying houses, people buying cars, people doing all that stuff. So interest rates definitely matter, and they do drive the economy, right? So when you look at it, like if you look at the interest rates and if they go up, then what happens is your CDs, your bonds, your buybacks, all that stuff, they all go up in the stock market. Unfortunately, the United States have set themselves up where they have to pay the interest rate on them, right? So they have to print more money to pay for the bonds that they sell. Good morning, Seiko. Good morning, Selmo Fudd. Selmo with the bomb, the $10, man. Good morning, man. Good morning. What's up, my brother? Good morning to you, man. Thanks for the $10 bomb, man. I appreciate you, man. Good morning to you. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. A new currency. Yeah, but I think in the situation that we're in right now, CBDCs, they're not going to fix the situation, right? So they're not going to fix where we're at. We got to get out of this situation in order to really roll out an effective CBDC. But yeah, like interest rates matter a lot, especially to businesses. Some people take loans out to make payroll and then pay them back later on in a month. Well, if you got a 12 or 13% interest rate on that loan, you're hurting your business, right? So a lot of it's driven by business as well. But this big institutional money like FTX had, like they were manipulating this Bitcoin price, right? So this Bitcoin price they were trying to keep under 20K. But this manipulation that we go under that happens all the time with this big institutional money. This is what you're going to see more and more of as more and more institutional money comes into crypto. You're going to see a price manipulation just like this, where these big institutions, if they want to keep a certain crypto underneath a certain dollar amount, they're going to manipulate the hell out of that price in order to do so. So, when you look at it like this shows you how this can be done so easily, right? Especially when you got enough money to throw around, like BlackRock's, your Fidelities, your people like that. They got enough money that they're going to manipulate this market. So if they want Bitcoin to go to $1 million, they're going to put Bitcoin at $1 million. If they want it to stay at 15K, they're going to keep it at 15K. And we all know that Bitcoin runs the market, right? How Bitcoin runs is how the market runs. So when you look at it, like this is big institutional money at work. It's just now in this trial, you're starting to see you're starting to see how this stuff works, right? And how somebody can really manipulate the market the way that they want to. And you can see that Sam, Alameda, FTX, they all manipulated this Bitcoin price, and this Bitcoin price rode under 20K for a long time. So they had a big role in that. So keep in mind, like this is why we say this bull run so important, right? Why is this bull run so important? Well, because the more and more institutional money that comes into crypto, the more and more price manipulation you're going to have in crypto, just like the stock market, and you're going to see more and more of this stuff happening, right? And the crazy part about it is it's legal. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Wanted to bring this one to your guys' attention too. Chainlink put out an amazing article about tokenized real world assets, basically tokenizing the financial system. Like Timsky's talking about the CBDCs, tokenizing assets, tokenizing the financial system, tokenizing the bank. Now, here's the thing: whether you agree with Chainlink or don't agree with Chainlink, whether you buy Chainlink or don't buy Chainlink, this article, you can get it from their X page, is an amazing read, right? Because it doesn't only go into how Chainlink is tokenizing assets, but it goes into the value of tokenized assets, right? So when you look at it and you just read this, you can read and understand why tokenized assets and why tokenizing the financial system, much like Timsky was talking about with the CBDCs, whether they're CBDCs, whether they're bank coins, whether they're, whatever they are, why this is beneficial to cross-border payments, payment settlements, payment quick settlements, things like that. So you got to, understand what's going on out here in this financial world. And this article breaks it down in good detail. Chainlink did a great job in putting this article together and really breaking down the value of tokenized assets in general. And then obviously goes into what Chainlink's doing to move these things forward, right? But I would suggest you guys come over here and read this because it's going to give you not necessarily a new insight onto tokenized assets, but it's going to give you a better understanding of what they are, how they work, and why they're beneficial. And a lot of times that's what you need. You just need the information. And this article gives you good information. What's going on, nephew? What's going on, Bernie? How are you? How are you, man? How are you? Bernie, where's Bitcoin going today, man? What's your chart say? What's your chart say? Where are we headed, man? Where are we headed? CBDCs is cannibalization. cannibalize all. CBDCs are not. I'm not looking forward to a CBDC for any country, really. The United States, Canada, Mexico. I'm not looking forward to a CBDC for anybody. Um, I believe in BTC, BTC and ETH. I believe in BTC and ETH. Man, my chat keeps blanking out on me. But I'd rather put 20K in small caps. Yeah. I mean your percent gain is going to be a lot bigger putting your money into some of these smaller caps. Oh shit. Baby, can you plug me in real quick? Hold on, guys. I know I'm stalling today on my stream, but I just realized why my chat was blanking out, and it's because I wasn't plugged in. So now we back. So yeah, I mean but BTC and ETH, they run the market, right? If they don't run, then none of your small caps are going to run either. When it comes to BTC, BlackRock has their own agenda. Yeah, BTC, Selmo, I think you're exactly right. When it comes to BTC, BlackRock does have their own agenda. Doc has said this for a while, and I agree with him. Not too often Doc's right, but I agree with him. I think BTC is going to be the billionaire's coin. I mean, I think you're going to see it at such a high level that only the real rich are going to be able to own a full BTC. It's going to be the billionaire's coin. See, I threw a shot at Doc and he ain't even going to respond. There we go. But yeah, I think he's right on this. I think that's BlackRock does definitely have an agenda. BlackRock is definitely buying up all the Bitcoin, but more importantly, guys, they're buying up the miners, right? And when you can buy up the miners, then that allows you to dictate how much BTC is mined, that's going to you really have some really good price manipulation at that point, when you own a lot of the asset and you can dictate how much is mined. And BlackRock is getting ready to manipulate the shit out of BTC. I want to know what Bernie's chart says for today. That's what I want to know. So let's go through some of these tokens that we talk about on the daily, guys. Give you guys some updates on where we are, what I see coming for these. For some of these tokens that we talk about on a daily. We got Bone sitting over here, at 70 cents. I continue to see a lot of selling pressure in Bone and SHIB. Colorado plays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight on ESPN. Definitely got to tune in to my boy Neon Dion. Yo, before we get too far into this, let me just say to you guys, this weekend is my girl Keltra's birthday. We're going out to dinner. Gonna take care of her for her birthday. So she is always in the chat. Or always walking around here listening. So give her a big old birthday shout out. She allows me to do all this stuff and doesn't get on me too much about spending too much time on X or on YouTube. So go ahead, give her a big old birthday shout out. Kelter, she's usually in the chat, but she ain't today. But this weekend's her birthday. So I get to go out to dinner. I get to do all that stuff. They playing 26,360, you call it, Bernie. All right, so that means I got to short the market today. Happy birthday, Kelcher. Thanks, Big Watts. Thanks, Elmo. Happy birthday. 2608. That means I'm shorting the market today, Bernie. Thanks, Dr. Rob, for giving Kelcher a happy birthday. Appreciate you. All right, so now we can get into this bone, guys. Sitting at 70 cents. A lot of downward pressure in bone, guys. Bone's going to go back into the 60-cent range. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, Barney, for giving her a happy birthday. She appreciates you. Congrats, DG. You get to congrats, DG. You get to spread some of your crypto profits. Yeah. I've been spending them all week. Big Watts. Been spending them all week. Daniel freelancing on Kelcher. Yeah, I'm freelancing on her this morning. She had no idea. But I think Bone, we're going back down into that 60-cent range. Seiko. But yeah, definitely going back down to that 60-cent range. Jasmine, a lot of sell pressure in Jasmine. I'm actually surprised. Thanks, Timsky, for the happy birthdays. Appreciate you. Definitely surprised at Jasmine going back down this low. Looks like it. I'm not mad. I know it's the market, but definitely looking at this 203043 level. It may drop down to that 20299 level, which would absolutely be not so great for a whole bunch of investors that invested up here, but would be great for me because I'll be able to load up down here. So you guys know my goal is 2 million Jasmine coins, and at 50 cents, I'll be looking to dump that whole bag. So that's my plan with Jasmine. I want to get to 2 million coins. Sit back, wait for the bull, and go ahead and dump at 50 cents. So that's my plan. That's my goal. Seiko Hunt got those green candles for those donuts. Yeah, he did. So you playing Stanford lost USC 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Stanford did lose to USC. USC ain't no joke, man. Donuts. But you guys are always on them donuts. But yeah, Jasmine's falling a little bit, but I'm not mad at it, right? You have MMAI over here sitting at 3011378. Need a wallet. I say it all. Been saying it for a month now. Need a wallet. Get some price action in there. I can see down here that they've been testing the wallet a little bit with some of these transactions, but you look at these 18-cent transactions, things like that. Definitely need a wallet. That is the marching theme: is you need a wallet, right? So gotta have that wallet. Neroni, guys, you guys know that Neroni is on a 15-day for utility challenge, right? Basically, so they came out with their text to animation yesterday for their I call it their GFX, but it's actually the animation site, blowing those wicks. Yeah, boy, the wicks, man. So I need Jasmine. I need Jasmine to keep falling. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Jasmine back in the twos for a little while. But Neroni definitely coming out with their 15-day for utility. I call it challenge. But definitely they came out with their text to animate yesterday, which is if you're around X, you see a lot of that. You're typing into the bot in Telegram, whatever you want with the command, and it's going to animate that for you in high quality. So We got one more utility to come out with Neroni. What about Maine? We're gonna get there. We're gonna look at Maine, Timsky. But definitely has a it definitely has an animation feature which is absolutely phenomenal. You see this going on already, and you know, we got one more utility to come out in these next 15 days. So definitely excited for the last one to come out, seeing what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, Neroni is just producing utility after utility. I believe this is utility number 7. This text to animate, believe it's utility number 7 for them, and the next one will be utility number 8. And I just think that they're just starting. I think that all of this is a lead up to something else, and that they're just starting to roll out what they want, what they're going to roll out. So Bernie sounds like a stitch of do your oh man, this is Dynamite Someone. This is why I love you, man. You always have me cracking up, man. I got some Timbits. I got some Timbits if you're just looking for a quickie. Oh, Timsky, you guys are Timbits. I love me some Timbits, man. Like, I'm a Tim Hortons fan, so I can't be bad. Maine. Timsky always asks about Maine every morning, so I want to look at this. You know, when you look at it, Maine had a great launch here. This is the day chart, right? Maine had a great launch here. It came down, you know, continues to fall a little bit. Continues to fall a little bit below where their support level is. You're looking at 2 zeros, 3383 right now. You know, when you look at it, you know, they're on a couple red candles. Maine is interesting. It's an interesting project. I mean, their utility is AMAs, buybacks and burns, all that stuff. But I think the biggest utility Maine has is their community, right? Their community is all over the place on the X. I mean, we can say what we want about them, but the people that they have in their community are all over. And we've seen this work before, right? We've seen this work where your community's all over, and it's driving your token, it's driving the price of your token. You know, I mean, when you look at it, they're looking at what is it? Looking for their holder count right here, 407, 407 holders. That's not a small feat, right? That's a pretty big feat, right? So, you know, I mean, is there probably some bot activity on their account? Yeah, probably is some bot activity, but you know, at the end of the day, they still have 407 holders, right? And they still are putting through what's their daily volume? They're still putting through about 5.6K in volume on 24 hours, which for a newer project really isn't nothing to sneeze at, really. I mean, they're doing okay. Maine is doing okay. And you know, obviously these launches are always a 50-50 bet anymore. And you know, I really hold back on launches because anything launch and anything pre-sale now is so risky. I mean, people take a 2% gain and they're out, man. They're out. Nobody's holding for that 5X or 10X anymore, but their launch went really well. The pre-sale went really, really well. Their launch went really well. And if you look at it like this, that's exactly what happened. They launched, people made a little bit of money, and they got the hell out. And that seems to be the common theme with all of these new launches. So I stay away from a lot of launches right now, and I definitely stay away from pre-sale right now. But yeah, I mean, do they have probably some bot activity on their Telegram and stuff like that. Yeah, they probably do. I mean, when you're sitting at double digit 1,000 people on X and in Telegram, and you only have 407 holders, that lets you know that they're all probably not real. But 407 holders definitely is nothing to sneeze at. So, but I think Maine's going to do decent in this space, as long as they can keep their community together. I think they're going to do decent. I think they're going to do pretty well. Scott's out here doing AMAs. He's out here talking to the people on X all the time. He's he's putting himself out there. So a whole lot of he's putting himself out there. I got BTC being rejected from here to 26,699. That means I'm going to short the market today, Bernie. As soon as we get off of here, I'm going to short the market. So, that's my take on Maine. I think they're going to do fine. No, Daniel, they're disappointing. They're disappointing. Soon they're disappearing soon. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when Scott's out here doing AMAs and stuff, I mean, they have a chance, right? I mean, you have a chance. And sometimes, as long as you have a chance, you have a chance. Stewie, still recovering a little bit from this. This is one person selling right here, this big red candle. But they're starting to recover a little bit. They were almost up to a $2 million market cap. They're up to we're back up to a $1.17 million market cap. So starting to see the buys come back in. Definitely starting to recover a little bit. Definitely starting to make a move to the upside again. I think that there's, like I said to you guys before, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to recover that almost $2 million market cap. I don't think it's going to be an issue, and they've been on the uphill ever since that dump, and it was a pretty big dump, and it all came out of one wallet. So I'm not too worried about the project itself. It all came out of one wallet. The AMA with Chaka was revealing the 100K followers. The 100K followers on X are because Scott used one of his old X accounts. Okay, that makes sense, Timsky. That makes sense because Scott's got a huge following, with a lot of followers. But yeah, like I said, I think they got a shot. I think Scott's, listen, Scott's out here doing the work. Every time I'm on X, he's out here doing the work. He's out here, he's promoting himself, he's doing the work, and sometimes, that's all you can ask is for somebody to do the work. Be safe, wrap up with Crow and Jasmine. I buy Crow and Jasmine, man, but Crow is one of these things, man. I think it's going down to the 4.9s, which I don't think is a bad thing. And Jasmine, guys, they just got released on. They released their operating system on. They linked up with a computer company to release their blockchain operating system on these particular computers, which I think is absolutely great and underreported. I think that's a huge deal. That you have blockchain computer operating system out there right now, which is extremely safe. And the fact that they're already linking up with computer makers to do this lets you know that they're ready to go. And also the fact that they are getting ready to release their layer 2 blockchain, which I think is a great idea. It's going to bring more volume. It's going to bring more awareness, more volume to Jasmine. So I think that that's great. I think that Neroni's doing great right now with their utility launch, this 15-day 15-day 4 utility launch. I think they're doing phenomenal with that. I think that the way that they're rolling it out little by little here, and they're giving dates, and they're actually sticking to the dates and meeting the dates, I think should give people a lot of confidence in where they're headed. I think Crow, they're just waiting, right? They're just kind of waiting to make their move. They just keep building and building. And I think that they're going to make a big move soon. When this market turns around, they're going to make a big move. You know, so I think we're okay. Worth the small gamble. I agree, Timsky. So you got to take small gambles on these tokens sometimes, right? And I always tell you, 1% of your portfolio, 1 to 5% of your portfolio should be in gambles, right? That's the way mine's laid out. Like I have a lot of blue chips, a lot, and but I always designate that 1 to 5% on some of these smaller market plays and these gambles, and because you got to be in some to win some, right? Still bothered because the number of followers, So I agree with you, Timsky. You got to be in some of these gambles. You got to be in some of these smaller plays. You got to be, that's how you diversify, right? That's how you're diversifying your portfolio. You got blue chips, you got gambles, and Bitcoin, Ethereum. You're in projects that you believe in long-term, projects that you believe in short-term, projects that you think might have you some potential as they move up. So, that's just kind of how this thing rolls. But I designate 1 to 5% of my portfolio in gambles, and that's why I say, but I'm willing to lose that 1 to 5% as well. So, that's the thing, is I'm willing to take that one on it. If I make a bad play or a bad call on that, I'm willing to take that 1 to 5% risk on the chin, right? So, but I think as long as Scott's out here working, when it comes to Maine, as long as he's out here working, as long as he's out here, at least trying to get new holders, trying to get new people in it, and he's out here promoting himself and he's out here working, Maine's got a shot. There's a lot of projects out here that ain't working. They're not out here working. And as long as he's doing that, he's got a shot, and that's how I feel. If you got devs out here working, then you got a chance, man. I don't care what project it is, you got a chance. Your devs are out here working and they're producing what they say they're going to produce and they're doing what they say they're going to do. You got a shot, man. You got a shot. So with that, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Bernie just let me know I have to short the market today. So that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to let this thing ride out because Bernie said that we got to short it. So I'm going to short it today. That's going to be my play. 20 left. So I'm going to make that play today and see what happens. See if Bernie's right. See if we can't make a little bit of money shorting the market today. But guys, look, with all this information we threw at you guys today, there's a lot of stuff going on in this market externally. There's a lot of stuff going on outside of cryptocurrency that's driving these markets. You have the war in Israel. You have this terrible inflation report that came out yesterday. You have these big banks coming out saying that they're making bad loans, that they've made bad loans, which is never a good thing. Because they're setting you up for a bad quarterly report, which will tank the markets. That will tank the markets. So there's a lot going on in these markets right now. You have cryptocurrency. I mean, it is like we talked here on Wednesday. It was 1.088 trillion. We're down to $1.05 trillion global market. So, there's no new money coming in, but there's a whole hell of a lot of money leaving, right? And that's never a good thing. So we got to get to the point where, there's going to be a bottom somewhere. We just don't know where that bottom is, but there's definitely more downside in this market than there is upside. So be careful. Be careful out there this weekend. When you don't have the stock market open to help drive some of these prices, then it's just crypto out there by itself. And that's always why I say it depends on how we leave the market on Friday is going to dictate the weekend. So, watch the market today, watch the stock market today, see where it closes, and that'll dictate a lot of what we got going on. Over the weekend. So, but be careful, guys. This market definitely is going to take in my opinion, guys, that's just my opinion. We're taking a step backwards today. Bernie says 26.2. I tend to believe him there. I think we're going to take a step backwards as the markets continue to open and people continue to sell off. So, Selmo, thanks for the $10 bomb today. Appreciate you like always. But with that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Let you guys have your weekend. I'm going to spend my weekend celebrating my woman's birthday and probably going out to dinner and all that good stuff. But with that, you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back at you guys Monday morning. Appreciate every single one of you guys for everything. And see you guys at some point, either on X or streaming on Monday or something like that. I don't think we have a space or Twitter space set up or anything like that until then. Give her that. Would you say, Birdie? Give her that wick, bro. Birdie, you are nuts, man. You are nuts, man. But I will see you guys on Monday, and you guys have a great day. And we'll see you. I'm out. Have a great weekend. Bye.